Hello everybody, I'm Josh Hosband, your instructor, and I'm going to be making this sample video for you for our week 4 Blackboard Collaborate. And if you can't attend the Blackboard Collaborate on week 4, then you need to make a video for this part of the class and then post it to a discussion board. So let me just say that again. Week 4 Collaborate on Sunday, June 21st is going to require you to present a book that you are going to analyze, a children's literature book. If you can't attend on the 21st, then you'll need to post a video to a discussion board of you analyzing a book. Okay, so let's take a look at the instructions for this activity. So originally this was due on June 14, but I extended it to June 21. So make sure that you've read the background information in the PDFs about children's literature that I posted to the class. Okay, great. And then this will take you probably a little bit more than 5 minutes to make this video if you're making the video. If you're going to attend the group lesson, the BBC, then you don't need to make the video, and you'll just be working with groups of 3 or 4 students. So you're going to choose a book, not one that we're reading for class, and talk about it. And I've chosen this book, this Japanese children's book, because it's just not one that we have here, and I think it's really interesting. So I won't bother reading it to you in Japanese just because you won't understand it, but I'll read it aloud to you in English with the translation. So this is called Obento, and Obento means lunchbox or lunch. Okay, so first we'll read it and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So Obento. Okay, and then this is a bento box, a Japanese style lunchbox, and these are chopsticks. And then we have, then this basically says, this is a Japanese lunchbox. What's going to go in it? And the first thing we start with is white fluffy rice. And it gets put into one of the sections. Next, we're going to have meatballs. And then some egg. Yes, this is egg. It's Japanese style rolled egg. It's not exactly fried, but it's kind of like baked, fried, and then it's rolled. After that, we add some sausage. Yes, these are sausages or hot dogs, and I know they look like octopus, but they're not. They're just the way that they're cut so that they don't explode when they are cooked. Then comes some steamed broccoli. After that, some carrots, then some potato salad with some vegetables mixed in, then sesame seeds to flavor the rice, and then strawberry for dessert, and then it's placed on a bandana, and that's going to wrap it up. They're going to put the cover on it, and it's going to get wrapped up, and it'll look like this, so that it can go into a backpack or it can be carried to school. So that's the book. Now let's do some of the questions here. Okay, so let me just adjust this so we can see the questions and do the analysis at the same time. Great. So the first question is, what is the title of the book and why the title attracted you? So, the book is called Obento, which means lunchbox, and it attracted me because, well, my wife and daughter are Japanese, and when my daughter was little, she went to preschool, nursery school, and kindergarten in Japan. And lunchtime is a really important part of the day in Japan for kids, and parents or mothers will really go all out to kind of like have like a silent competition with each other for who makes the prettiest bentos and the most delicious bentos. So that's what attracted this book to me. It also came in a set of books that would come once a month. We got like a book of the month and a toy of the month for my daughter. So this is one of the books that came. And I actually really like this book a lot. You know, the title attracted me, then the cover attracted me because it's such a healthy lunch, right? It's got broccoli, egg, and carrots, right, in bright, vibrant colors, right? And on the back cover, it has rice and sesame seed. And rice is such an important part of the Japanese meal. So, question number 3, what age group of children might be attracted to this book and why? Clearly it's going to be little kids, like probably preschool, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4-year-olds, right? Because when they're in preschool or daycare, you know, or nursery school, you know, food's a big part of their lives. Well, it's a big part of all of our lives, but for them, it's a big part of their lives. And this book does a lot to teach children what makes a healthy lunch, right? If you think about all the things that go in here, we've got vegetable, we've got egg, we've got another vegetable. Right, we've got rice, which is a carbohydrate, and even though here in America we tend to poo-pah carbohydrates, rice is a very important part of Japanese meals and Japanese culture. So this book lets kids know right from the beginning that, well, rice is an important part of every meal. Right? And then meat, there's actually 2 kinds of meats, right? We have the meatball, and then later on there's the sausage. Right? Why might children in the age group benefit from having this book read to them or reading it themselves? Well, they benefit from it because they get to learn about foods and what foods are healthy, and they also get the pride of being able to identify foods when their parents read it aloud with them. right? What is the theme of this book? Well, there's not an obvious theme, but the hidden theme is certainly, or the implicit theme, is certainly that we have to eat healthily, and that food is a big part of our day, and that most of the kids in their classroom are going to have a bento box, and they're going to have similar foods. They're all going to have rice, that's for sure. It's going to be a very rare case when a child doesn't have rice, right? Consider the artwork. What might make it attractive to children, right? Well, we think about the colors are very, very distinct, right? And they look pretty realistic, right? That looks really like rice. These look really like meatballs. And for kids, they really do know that this is egg. We may not know it because, we're just not used to seeing egg cooked this way, but Japanese kids do, right? And it's very realistic. There's nothing fantastical or anything else about it. It's realistic looking. So kids can match it with real life, right? The writing, question number 7, considering the text, the words, right? This is actually written only 1 or 2 sentences per page, and it's written in really the most basic Japanese alphabet. Japanese has 3 main alphabets. One is hiragana, which is what mostly this is written in, and that's the phonetic alphabet, like our A, B, C, Ds, for words that are of Japanese origin. And then there's another alphabet called katakana, which is again A, B, C, Ds, but for words that come from other countries or foreign origin. And this book is written in those 2, what they call kana, hiragana and katakana. And they're the most basic form of the alphabet, written alphabet, and children learn to read this probably by the time they're in 2nd or 3rd grade. So the book is written in prose, but it's short prose and there's measured beats. So the text could be chanted or sang if you want to read it aloud. And I'm not going to try to do that. I can, but it won't have the right sounds. But it does have a nice rhythm to it. Okay. And question number 8, what's the purpose of the book? Which could be its theme, even though I said that it may not be the theme. The theme is to teach kids to appreciate healthy meals, and that is, in this case here, the purpose, to teach kids what is healthy. It does set them up socially because they see everybody else in their class eating similar foods, right? And it gives them the opportunity to share and compare foods with their friends, right? So we can say it's didactic, and we can also say that it does have more than one purpose, right? It's to get them interested in reading, to make them see that things in real life can be represented in books, and it's also to give them confidence that they can decode, that they can actually read the letters when they get a little bit older. And one thing that I learned about this book and children's books in general is that it's okay to use books that teach moral lessons, whether it be about food or behavior or society, right? If we think about a lot of our books that we have for kids, they do teach moral lessons. The Berenstain Bears, some of the Dr. Seuss books, the Pinkalicious books, right? They all entertain kids, and they all are trying to teach kids how to work together, to cooperate together. And that's my very brief analysis of this book. Thank you.